Yes, sir.
Right. Now again I will start here the solubility factors. Definition. It's which no. Have you listened the definition? Again I will explain this one. See, very simple. The definition. We are adding some solute to whom solvent, in which the amount is what specified. Maybe something 100 ml like that. The amount of the solvent is specified. Now, how much amount of solute you are dissolving in this solvent? Okay, to make what type of solution? A saturated solution. That conditions must be temperature and the pressure must be specified. And whatever the solute you are adding, that is called what solubility. For example, I am adding 2 grams of NaCl. Now, to what 100 ml of solution. At what temperature? 298 Kelvin, 1 atm pressure. Now, the solubility I am taking as a 2 here. So, in this way, we can make the definition. Now, what are the factors which are influencing the solubility? The first factor, if you observe here, nature of the solute, nature of the solvent, temperature, and pressure. Right? So, these are the 4 factors we need to discuss now. First of all, we'll see solid in liquids, in which first of all the nature of the solute and the nature of the solvent will discuss here. Now already you know this one, polar solute dissolve in polar solvent, correct? Now tell me, if I take NaCl, when I dissolve in the benzene, does it soluble? Anybody? Is it soluble beta? When I dissolve NaCl in the benzene, does it soluble?
No, sir.
NaCl is what actually? Polar. Benzene is what? Non-polar. Now impossible. It is never soluble because I told you polar soluble in polar. That means if I dissolve the same NaCl in the water, definitely it will dissolve because NaCl is a polar. Water also what? Polar. Understood? So non-polar similarly dissolve in non-polar. For example, I have taken here again benzene I am taking. Here I am taking something what? CCl4. CCl4 is a non-polar. Benzene also non-polar. So simply CCl4 dissolve in the benzene compulsory. So these are the first factors we need to remember. Polar will dissolve in polar. Non-polar will dissolve in non-polar. Next. Effect of temperature. Now let me discuss effect of temperature may be useful for the examination. Very important beta. Generally what happens if you increase the temperature, solubility increases or decreases beta?
Increases.
Does it affect the solubility temperature? Is solubility affected by temperature or not? Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, if
Yes,
I increase
sir.
the temperature, solubility decreases or increases?
Increases.
Increases, sir.
99% it will increases. And what about that 1%? So that depends upon which type of process it is. So mostly if I take endothermic process, everyone I think knows the endothermic process. You know endothermic process means what beta? Now, water here. I'm taking some water, adding ammonium chloride into this one. Okay? I'm adding ammonium chloride into the water. Now, in this case, heat is absorbed. Heat is what? Absorbed. Heat is absorbed. Immediately it becomes cool now. Now, for this process, when you increase the temperature, solubility also increases. Understood beta? So whenever you are adding salt to the solvent, if it is endothermic process, when you increase the temperature, solubility also what happen? Increases. So what I am saying here very simple, for endothermic process, temperature increases, solubility also increases. Understood? This is very important beta. MCQ में आ सकता है ऐसा. For endothermic process, dissolution, if it is endothermic process, solubility increases with increasing the temperature. If it is exothermic process, in this case, reverse. If you increase the temperature, solubility what happen? Decreases. Isn't it? So solubility what happen here? Decreases. Opposite. In which case beta? Exothermic. For example, if I take what again I'm water ले रहा हूँ इस पे, adding what in this case NaOH add कर रहा हूँ. NaOH pellets will be there. That NaOH solid I'm adding here. Now immediately heat will be liberated here. Delta H equal to negative. Exothermic process. Heat is what happen here? Liberating. For this process, already heat is liberating. Correct? Now again, if heat what happen? Solubility what? Decreases. According to Le-Chatelier principle. If you read again Le-Chatelier principle, it will get easily actually. So what I mean to say in this beta, in exothermic process, solubility increases with respect to temperature. In exothermic process, solubility decreases with respect to temperature. Okay? So solubility endothermic में directly proportional हो जाएगा. Endothermic में, exothermic में inversely proportional हो जाएगा. Right? Now see, NaCl solubility does not much affected by the increasing temperature. I will explain by considering some graphs here. Now you take some graphs here. There are some type of solutes are given here in water. Okay. Now you observe here beta NaCl. You have raised temperature up to 100 degrees. Once 100 degrees Celsius is what reached, isn't it? The solubility what happened here? Decreased here. See, it is decreasing from here. Here it is decreasing. But what about the KNO3? See, it is rising. Solubility is rising like this. It is rising like this. Because it is which type of process it is? Anybody? Which type of process it is? KNO3? Endothermic process. And this one is what? Exothermic process. For exothermic process, as rising temperature, solubility is decreasing. Right? This is the graph. Next. When you take Na2SO4 also same like this. Na2SO4, isn't it? They comes under exothermic process. This comes under on endothermic process. Next, effect of the pressure. How pressure will affect you. Now we are discussing what type of solute beta, solid or liquid? Which type of you are discussing? Solids. And also if you take liquids also, so generally solids do not undergo any change with respect to pressure. Why? Because solids do not undergo compression because of the pressure. So pressure does not have any effect here. If the solute is solid or liquid, right? Whenever solute is solid or liquid, pressure does not affect here. Okay? Because solids are less compressible. They cannot be compressible. Even liquids also compressibility what? Very less. Now, which will affect by the pressure? Gas. If I take solute as a gas, if solute is a gas, then solubility will change with respect to pressure. Now, again, question is that, do pressure affects the solubility of solid in liquid, liquid in liquid? Tell me yes or no, beta.
No, sir.
If you take solution called gas in liquid, does pressure affects gas in liquid?
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When solute is gas, definitely it will affects. Now types of solutions based on the solubility, if I take what happens. Three types of solutions are there, beta. Saturated, unsaturated, supersaturated. Okay. Saturated means what happens if you add any salt further. Okay. Further amount of, isn't it? Salt will not dissolve. Okay. It never undergo further amount of dissolve. Unsaturated means what happens? You are adding the salt. Further salt is dissolving. Further salt you are dissolving in the solvent. That means we can add more amount of the salt into the solvent. That means the solvent is requiring what? More amount of solute, in the which case unsaturated. But what about supersaturated? Supersaturated means what happened? If you add little bit amount of salt, it never soluble, will give precipitation back. That means solvent is in the position not to take any amount of the solute. That is called what? supersaturated. Understood? Saturated will take further amount. Unsaturated does not take. Supersaturated do not take and will give precipitation. If you add, it will give precipitation, isn't it? Saturation, generally what happen if you have 8 classes, if I take 8 classes today, what happen? 9th class you don't, because you are saturated in that case. Unsaturated means what happen? I can take one more class. You can easily listen. Supersaturated means you will go from the class. If I take one more class, what happen? You will leave the class. You will escape the class. So this, in this way, you can easily remember: saturated, unsaturated, supersaturated. Right? So here only I will conclude today, isn't it? Tomorrow we'll continue this class. Right?
Okay, sir.
You can leave better. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Otherwise, what happened? You can.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, can you explain the supersaturated solution once again?